Good morning, everybody. We've made it to Friday, and it is a beautiful morning here at Madison Campground in Yellowstone. But no, we're not going anywhere in Yellowstone today. We're kind of done with Yellowstone. Today, we're making our way south. We're gonna go visit Grand Teton National Park. We're still gonna be staying here again tonight, so we gotta come all the way back up into Yellowstone. But that's all right. This is a nice campground, man. A little crowded, but this is a relic from, gosh, they probably built this campground in the 1930s. I don't know. Yeah, today should be a great day. We're gonna probably not do as much walking. I think all our legs are a little tired. And we will probably spend a lot of time around lakes looking for rocks, because I know my girls like rocks. I like rocks too. And we're gonna go look at a really damn big rock. So we'll see you out there.
Hey guys, not that we're tired of Yellowstone or anything like that, but we're on kind of a time crunch and we want to check out one of the other national parks that's right next door. That's right. Today we're going to see Grand Teton National Park.
There she is.
That's right. In today's episode, we're going to explore the Big Nipple. Now, before you get all controversial on me, no, that's literally what Grand Teton means. It means the Big Nipple. Anyway, on today's episode, we discover rocky beaches.
It's a bit of a rocky beach.
We'll see mountainscapes that make you think you're probably in another country. And we'll also discover that sometimes the best laid plans completely fall apart and turn into a whole new adventure.
Well, I think this might have turned out to be a fun little detour. Never was Jackson in the plans, but here we are.
So stay right where you are and join us as we continue our 2021 adventures. We've had a damn fine summer and it ain't over yet. And thank you so much for joining us. Anyways, let's get on to the adventure.
Grand Teton time.
We've never been here, and we don't even really know what to do. Except get out there and explore, starting here at Colter Bay.
A little bit hazy today. The haze is back for sure, but we have made it to Grand Teton. Bit of a rocky beach.
Colter Bay, lining the shores of Lake Jackson and nestled right up against the Tetons, is nothing short of a play area for people who want to take in a little bit of nature's splendor. I think we were all a little surprised to see just how much of a hive of activity this place was. If you want to do a little rock hounding, it's got you covered. Kayaking and paddleboarding seems to be very popular here too.
Paddle boards, bro. That's what I need, right there. You can send your donations to P.O. Box, my house.
Or even if you just want to lay on a rocky beach and take in a little sun. Well, that doesn't sound comfortable to me, but hey, to each their own.
There's one way to do it. Well, we're done at this particular beach. I have a feeling we're going to be going back home with about 200 pounds of rocks. Unless that's illegal, and then in which case, what rocks? What rocks? There ain't no rocks. Forget what you heard.
And by now you know that I love souvenir shops, so let's check one out.
All right, gift shop time again. Time to find a Teton trinket. Oh, little cutthroat trouts. Well, y'all know me, and right off the bat, I found the most epic shot glass ever. It's mine. I'm done. Sold. Oh, fishing gear? Oh, I wish I'd have brought my fishing pole.
We just found one of the coolest churches I've ever seen.
Chapel of the Sacred Heart. You don't often see a church like this. But, okay, I guess you can go in, but you just gotta wear a mask. So, mask up.
Chapel of the Sacred Heart. Not your usual Catholic church. No huge cathedral, no ornate decorations. Just a humble, log-built church from 1937. Quite fitting for this area, don't you think?
Well, that was neato mosquito. I'm gonna go this way, because I can. Well, that was kind of an unexpected find, neat find. Now we're gonna head back on down the main drag, if you will, of Grand Teton Park and see what else we can find. Because literally, there's no real plan here. We're just gonna kind of drive along and see things. The only thing, maybe, if I can speak to a ranger about it, I wanna know where that barn is. I wanna know where that famous barn is. If we can find that, that'll be the only plan.
We're gonna have a stop or two along the way, but it's time to start heading towards Jenny Lake. Jenny Lake, guys. If there's any place in this park that makes you feel like you're in Switzerland, ho. Hey, look, it's Mount Moran. Mount Moran. Yeah, that's snow up there in August. Yeah, unfortunately the smoke is pretty thick up here today, but can you just imagine how gorgeous this would be on a clear day?
Okay, I gotta be straight with you guys. I know I've said many times this season that cameras do not do justice for the scale of things. And I'm sure it's doing the same thing right here, because the grand scale of this will not be captured. You have to come down here and stand next to these things yourself to really understand the scope that you're looking at.
Not even gonna lie, guys, I'm from Colorado, and a lot of the peaks in Colorado are a lot bigger than these, but none of them are quite as spectacular as this range that you see here.
We've made it to Jenny Lake, right at the base of Teton. Whoops. Getting a little reckless.
All right, and somehow a coyote skull represents the Grand Teton?
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I was kind of thinking the same thing too. I was like, ooh, Grand Teton. No, that's not Grand Teton. That's blocking the view of Grand Teton right now, but we'll get there. We got to get around further south so we can actually see. But I mean, oh, who am I kidding? The whole thing's Grand Teton. It's all Grand Teton. This was a bad idea. For me. I'm gonna slip all over the place, dude. Oh, no. No, 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 no. It's too slippery, too slippery. Going back. Note to self, might be wise to eventually invest in some water shoes. I will sit on shore while you guys hunt for rocks, and I will take pictures.
Well, it's back to people watching for me. I don't see how they do it, man. Those rocks in there are slippery. But again, there's plenty to do here. You can take this ferry back and forth across the lake that takes you to an awesome hiking trail. And this guy's doing what I should be doing. And well, so's this guy, for that matter.
Jenny Lake was cool, but I think it's time to pack up and They got a pretty good haul of rocks. Yeah, we're gonna head on down the road a little bit further and see what else there is to discover here. Now we're traveling the Teton back roads. We're trying to find Phelps Lake, and judging by the traffic, I think we found it.
Wrong. Here's where we were trying to go, and we never saw a sign anywhere.
Well, life can lead to some unexpected adventures. See, that whole drive to try to find Phelps Lake was completely wasted because there was no signs for anything, but we passed it a long time ago and we're not going back through that crazy crap. But there's always a silver lining to any happy accident. Is that what we'll call them? Bob Ross style? Now we're going to Jackson. Yeah, we're gonna go to Jackson now.
Well, yeah, why not? You know, you only live once, or YOLO, as whatever the kids were saying like 10 years ago. And pretty much everybody that I watch on YouTube, well, whenever they come to this area, they always stop here, so I guess I better see what all the hype's about. Oh, hey, there they are. The famous elk antler arches. Move, mirror, move. It's hard to film and drive.
Well, I think this might have turned out to be a fun little detour. Never was Jackson in the plans, but sometimes you just gotta go with where the vibes take you, man. A lot of art galleries for a Wild West town. We are seeking Asian food, Japanese to be precise. Having a little trouble locating this place. Hi. Not even gonna lie, that place was a little expensive for my blood. So we're gonna look for another place. Now we're gonna try this one. Ooh, very popular.
And also completely booked for the night. But I think we found a nice alternative.
All right, so we landed at this place called Tie Me Up, spelled T-H-A-I, Me Up, because that last sushi place that we just tried must be really, really good because it was completely jammed full and they could not get us a table that night. And it's just kind of like one of those places I think is going to be like one of those reservations only places. So yeah, no such luck there, but this place looks promising. So we're going to get some food and then we're going to head back to the park. Oh, still one more stop we got to make though. One more stop got to make along the way. But here comes our drinks. Thank you. And you know what, honestly, this place feels like it's much more our speed anyway. Our waiter is wearing a tank top, as you saw. Everybody's covered in tattoos. This is way more chill. 2 blocks that way is a little bit more ritzy hoi polloi. Come down to Tie Me Up. This place is great. I don't even had the food yet. I'm getting a good vibe. Not too shabby looking, I'll tell you what. That looks amazing too. That's a big thing of fried rice, man. I tell you what, well, I'm gonna get some grub on. Oh, it smells so good. All right, that was quite tasty. Now it's time to start heading back north. Get out of this little town, but it was good. Definitely, you get the chance, come eat it, Tie Me Up. I don't know if this is gonna make the video or not, but it's kind of pointed out and it makes sense. And it's just the truth. I think Jackson Hole is basically Jackson Hole is basically Wyoming's version of Aspen. Little, what's the right word? Snooty here. What the hell are they doing? Gang violence in Jackson.
Perhaps I should refrain from any smack talking of Jackson Hole, Wyoming, because gunshots going off as you're trying to make a review, not encouraging. Now, of course, it was all just a show of some kind going on somewhere, but I said what I meant and meant what I said. Jackson Hole is snooty, 75%. Yeah, I said 75 because there were some cool people there. Okay, so now we are actually heading to the thing that I have been most excited about seeing since we got here.
All right, last stop of the day before going back to the campsite. I did not want to miss this one. As a fan of historic and artistic photography, you can't come to Grand Teton and not stop by here. Look familiar?
It should. It's probably the most photographed barn in the world. The most famous photograph of which I can't even show you for copyright reasons because it was made by none other than Ansel Adams. The TA Moulton Barn is in an area of Grand Teton known as Mormon Row. Built somewhere between 1912 and 1945, it's just become this place that you go to in Teton. Probably have Mr. Adams to thank for that, but, you know, in order to see that picture, you're just gonna have to Google it, guys. Or even better, come here yourself. Come see this. I urge you.
Well, I'm pretty darn certain that in no way, shape, or form is my picture going to be as pretty as Mr. Adams's picture was, but got a lot of elements working against me. First of all,
You're not Ansel Adams?
it's closer to sunset than it was sunrise, and the photograph he took was in the morning. And as you can see, at least down here, all the haze is back, all that smoke. It's not as bad as it was down in Colorado, but it's certainly worse than it was in Yellowstone. And you can't make out any detail in those mountains, just the ridgeline. But cool nonetheless, super glad I came here. I've always wanted to see that. So, well, there's another one I can check off the bucket list. Done. Now it's time to head back to Yellowstone for one last night at the campground, and then tomorrow we're going home. But first, before that long drive, I gotta visit the little boy's room.
No. Men's room. Men's room, Mikey. Not little boy's room. You've watched Goonies, man. Come on. So now we're trekking all the way back north to Madison Campground in Yellowstone National Park. And one last time, we're gonna soak up a little bit more of what we can take a quick look at before we have to bail on out of here.
Well, good morning, everybody. Sadly, the day has arrived where it's time for us to pack up and head on out of here. Gotta make it down to Rawlins, where there is a hot shower waiting for us. I'm telling you, man, 5 days without a shower. Best you can do is some washcloth kind of stuff, but it's been a trip of a lifetime up here. I've had a blast, and I hope my family has too, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this as well. Between Yellowstone and Grand Teton, two beautiful landmarks of the American landscape. And yeah, if you ever get a chance to come out here, don't hesitate. You're gonna have to book in advance if you want a campsite in the park, like way in advance. It's August of 2021 right now. I booked this campsite in October of 2020, so almost a year. So, but man, worth every minute, worth the wait. It's been a blast. So, I guess now be packing up and heading out. Saturday in the park. Think it was the something of August. One last look at the Firehole River here before we're heading out. Look at how clear that water is. It's just gorgeous. Gonna miss this place. It's gonna be a few years before we come back, but we will be back.
Can you tell I kind of don't want to go? I could have easily spent a month here. And even though I committed a lot of footage to the SD cards on my camera during this trip, what's most important is what I've committed to memory. And try as we all may, none of us can convey exactly how we felt in that moment on video. Now all these moving pictures can do is either generate nostalgia or inspire. Because while videos are great, memories are even better. Go make some of those.
Tonight at the KOA, I'm gonna take the longest shower I've ever had in my life. And the world will be grateful for it.
And there it is, y'all. The greatest trip we've ever taken. And now it's time to begin that long journey home. And we're not going to show much of that unless you really want to see it. If you do, then just go ahead and take the first 10 minutes of the first video of Yellowstone and play it backwards. We have been very blessed this year in being able to make all these trips, and believe it or not, there's still more to come. So first and foremost, I want to give a sincere thank you to all of you for watching all of this. If you like what we're doing on this channel, well then please like and subscribe and share with anybody you think might be interested in this. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, although Instagram's kind of a mystery to me, so it's probably best to get the most up-to-date information from Facebook. And if you really, really, really want to be hardcore, you can be like a bear and support us on Patreon. Every little bit helps, guys. So anyways, I've got my heart set on that shower. But before I go, I just want to say, God bless all of you. And, as always, safe travels, happy camping, and cheers.